So yesterday we learned about the Alberta Government plans to accelerate stage 2 of their relaunch strategy, and they're moving it to June 12th. As part of our work in the Emergency Coordination Center, we're working with all of our business units and our stakeholders on their plans for that reopening. There's guidance documents that have come out, and there's still some guidance documents to come out. We're still awaiting some of those pieces, and it's adjusting our timelines accordingly to try and get bits and pieces opened up as fast as we can for the public. We want the community to understand very, very clearly, COVID-19 has not gone away. The virus is still out there. We still need to follow all the health orders that are in place. So the physical distancing, when you can't stay physically distanced, that's an appropriate time to use a mask. And it's important. Hand washing, really important. Continue with that. That's probably a great practice that anything we learn from this, continue for the rest of our days. Again, we learned it in kindergarten, we should carry that on. We don't have any official timelines for when a lot of our structures will be reopened. We're, again, making sure we have our guidelines from the province and making sure that we can apply them all appropriately, safely for staff and for our customers. So as soon as we have all those pieces in place, we'll be able to give exact dates. We're fortunate right now, we only have 3 active cases in our community, and we've got no one hospitalized or anything like that, so we're quite fortunate. We're watching our numbers all the time. Anything can happen at any time, and a lot of people, if you haven't been tested, you could be that asymptomatic carrier that's walking around with this. So we really encourage people to go down and get tested. It'll let you know where you are at that moment in time, and it's important.
With the announcement yesterday of the Stage 2 relaunch and the addition of some of the Stage 3 items in Stage 2, our City Recreation and Culture Department is currently working with our stakeholders to understand the details of all those announcements yesterday. We need to remember that even with the new amenities being allowed to open, there are still some pretty strong restrictions in place for those facilities. The other thing we need to keep in mind that many of our recreation and cultural facilities are operated by some community partners. So we really need to sit down with them and have discussions with them about the guidelines, restrictions, and what it means to open those facilities in a safe manner for the community and for them to be able to operate effectively. We also need to recognize that it's not a matter of the announcement being made and us being able to open the doors and open up the facilities on Friday. There's lots that we need to consider and put in place prior to that. So some of the things we have to consider is we need to recall some of our staff that we laid off when we closed all our facilities. We need to train some of our staff on the new cleaning procedures and the new guidelines and restrictions. Those things, putting hand sanitizer stations up, marking facilities for distancing requirements, etc. And then also the big part of that is we have to look at refilling our pools, which are currently empty. We need to fire up the ice plants again, and we need to get ice made in those facilities. Again, as excited as we are, and we realize the community is also very excited, we need to reiterate that we really understand and appreciate, or we really appreciate the community's understanding that we need to go through this process. And again, we need to make sure we're doing this in a safe manner for everybody involved, and that's the community and staff, so that people can get back in and start enjoying those activities that they like to do and that they missed all the way along. We don't have any firm dates as to when we're going to be opening any of those facilities, but again, we're going to be working with our stakeholders, with our users, to make sure that we can open them as soon as possible and in a safe manner.